to draw a large police presence. As we've seen several times already this year, it's become a big problem across the nation. The Muslim community's most holy month starts tomorrow. It's known as Ramadan, and the Islamic Center of the Twin Ports is getting ready to recognize it. Ramadan is the 9th Islamic month when it's believed the Quran, or the Holy Book, was revealed. So to commemorate that sacredness, Muslims fast all month from sunrise to sundown. Hina Durrani is on the Islamic Center of the Twin Ports board. She says they also do a lot of charity work and good deeds during Ramadan.
So it's like a detoxing month for the Muslims. They try to concentrate more on their spirituality, try to concentrate more on their religion, and try to concentrate more on the simple way of living instead of going with all the luxuries that humans tend to go.
While Ramadan is largely recognized by the Muslim population, the Islamic Center of the Twin Ports Board President John Dahl says they're happy to welcome people who'd like to learn more about their community.
You know, as a relatively minority group, a lot of times people have questions or maybe some misconceptions about what it means to be Muslim. So we feel like the best way to get to know our neighbors is to just sit down and break bread with them.
Dahl says community members are invited to join them for food at 7:15 Saturday nights during the month of Ramadan. They're also hosting many prayers and other events. We have more details on our website, northernnewsnow.com. People came on down to the deck tonight. The Price is Right Live hosted a special on the